Uh, yes. Hello guys, today we are going to deal with the topic named as Introduction to Software Testing. So what is the basic purpose of testing? What are the principles of the test case design? To explain this, we have followed three principles, which are namely effective fragmentation of the available tests, accurate testing technique for each test module, specifying correct level of details for the test. So these three principles are the basic principles for the test case design. What does the first principle mean? The first principle is that every test is fragmented. That is, you have to break down all the test cases, available tests, into definite test cases as such, so that you can so that they're easy to understand and manage. Now these test modules are complete and even aggressive to detect bugs before the system is fully designed. Now, designing of the test case is an important factor for the success in test automation. Each module has a well-defined scope that is different from each module has a well-defined scope that is different from that of the other modules. Because these modules are they are segregated or fragmented as such. On what basis are they fragmented? They are fragmented on the basis of the scope. Because each module has a well-defined scope, it says that each module is different from other modules. This scope determines what test cases should actually look like. So this was a detailed description about the first principle, which is effective fragmentation of available tests. Now, the second and important principle for the test case design is that the accurate testing technique for each test module. Accurate testing technique for each test module. Now see, each of the fragmented module in the first principle, which says that effective fragmentation of available tests, which means we are fragmenting the tests very effectively. Now, after making them fragmented, these fragment test modules are called as mini projects. So, the scope of a test module determines various testing techniques that are used to develop an individual test module. The testing strategies that are used to build the test cases are boundary analysis, decision tables, etc. Now, the decisions need to be made regarding who should be involved in creating and evaluating test cases. Now you see, whatever decisions that are made should be made regarding who should be involved in creating and testing and evaluating these test cases. So you should assign the persons and all the employees which the persons you have to actually the decision here, actually the testing technique should be accurate over here for each test module. So what the software management team does do the testing team. What does this testing team do is that it divides people on their capabilities, and because of these capabilities that they have, they assign people to the for evaluating and creating test cases in specific environment. And so the decision on deciding which person should be given the testing or creating the test case or evaluating the test case, etc., should be a correct decision. With that, so for example, Consider a test module whose objective is to test the estimation of insurance premium. See, it requires actuarial department to get involved in the performing the test. It's simple. So you should assign the correct department should be applied for using the testing technique, which will apply the testing technique for testing the module, which should be accurate. So now, after we have done with the second principle, which is accurate testing technique for each test module, we come on to the third principle of the test case design. The third principle of the test case design says that the specifying correct level of details for the test. So according to this principle, a correct level of abstraction should be determined. Now, a correct level of abstraction in the sense here is that the high level details that are required for developing the test cases should be specified, and all the low level implementation details should be hidden. So the low level details are static and does not undergo any sort of changes, even if the system undergoes changes. The low level details are stored in a different reusable automation routine or procedure that is common to all the test modules. See, the basic thing over here is that there is a common interface for almost every test module. They only change on defined by some higher level differentiation. So whatever is there in the low level low level details are there, like if low level details in the sense you can say, because all the testing is taking place in a specific environment, the environment is common. So whatever there are details are there about the environment of it should be maintained, should be hidden actually, so that the person who's testing shouldn't be concerned about it with that. And then the low level details are stored in different reusable automation routine or procedure that is common to all test modules. Because of this abstraction, the test is more concise and understandable. For example, in an employee database, tests are performed using high level routines like check EMP status and check EMP silent. But while testing a low level dialog routine, an action called click is used to determine whether an OK button is clicked or not on the appear dialog box. So clicking an OK button is almost common in every testing technique. So that's actually the user interface. So that's what he wants to specify to us, is that the correct level of details for the test should be specified. So the three principles are effective fragmentation of available tests. Then we have abstraction of the data, accurate testing module for accurate testing technique for each module. And lastly, we have the specifying the correct level of details for the test. So thank you. That's enough for about the principles which are being described to you as per today. So we'll have a good time next week understanding what is specifically testing and its purpose. Then we have what are the phases in the tester's mental life, and why the testing is not everything, why testing is always not the main thing over there, and what are the goals of testing, and all such basic questions which are involved in the software testing methodologies, which will be an introduction completely about the software testing. Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot for listening to me. Have a good day.